So with this film, if you're going to go with it as a kind of a silent movie with a voiceover, it needs to be written ASAP really, because you can't really edit it without a voiceover on it already. At the moment, it's not clear what's going on, and I think that's because you need the voiceover. I think the problem you've got is at the minute it just looks like a collection of shots put together. Like, we don't really understand what this is about, and it's out of focus. We might need to refilm that. Some of the shots you've got are nice. There's some good stuff. But some of it is a bit blurry, and you'd need to refilm those bits. The bits you really need to do again, I would do this again. That shot's fine, but the shot where Jake is eating the dinner is out of focus, so it's been focused on the chairs. We need to focus on Jake, okay? That is basically classed as kind of not technically proficient, so I wouldn't be able to kind of give you a good grade with that. The same with this shot here where he comes back. This one's fine, happy with that. That one's a little soft, you might get away with it. That's fine. This one, point of view shot, if you've got the sun behind you, it's going to cast a shadow on the floor. If you want to avoid that, the best way of doing it is ask Carl for a GoPro and stick it on your head, and then you can have the shadow, and it won't be as obvious, because you've got, it's obvious that someone's holding the camera and filming. Okay, that shot there will need doing again because it's out of focus. That's okay. And this shot at the end's nice where he's on the computer, but it's not really obvious what he's doing. I think at this point it needs to be more like really obvious what's going on. With the voiceover that might happen, but that's my main concern at the moment. Got a few shots to maybe refilm. You have done some nice stuff, don't want to discourage you. There's some nice shots here, but it's just not clear. The narrative is not clear at all. And I think that's because you're lacking any kind of dialogue or voiceover. So we need to get that done as a matter of priority, so we can put it on and I can understand what's actually happening, and then we can go from there. Other thing you need to make sure that happens is this audio track, when I opened up the edit, was muted, and that almost suggests that this audio is not going to be used at all. And I've got a feeling I need to talk to Jake and Dale about this, but you need some kind of audio. Hopefully, have you recorded a wild track to go on this in each location?
No, because Dale said we're going to have a voiceover, and then over that we're going to have a soundtrack, so we said a wild track was not necessary.
No, we need it. That's not true. What you're going to need to do is go and record one of them. Now, you need one in here. And you need one, so you need some in college, in the canteen, in the corridor, and in that outside area. And then you need one for inside of a house, and then just get one for outside, and we can just put that over the top for all the outside scenes. Yeah, you've got some nice stuff. Some of it needs reshooting. That stuff there with Aaron, I don't even know what that is. It's some sort of confrontation, isn't it?
Yeah. Dale said we were going to go back to that, but then he's just changed his mind and just said, no, we need to get everything else done, we'll go back to that.
Right, yeah, I'll revisit it. Because at the minute it looks like Aaron talks to him, Aaron doesn't look particularly threatening. They walk off, he runs away, and he goes to college, looks all sad for a bit, gets up, tries to have something to eat, someone nicks his dinner, and then he mopes around for a bit and then goes home. Maybe you might want to think about adding another scene in there just to mix it up a bit. It's okay, but we need a voiceover really before we can give it any more kind of depth to it. In terms of the shots you've got, in terms of like the cinematography and the way it's been filmed, some of it's quite nice, but some of it you need to make sure you focus. To focus, like with this one for example, his feet are in focus but his face isn't. What you need to do is actually on the camera zoom into his face, focus on his face and then zoom out. That will mean that basically his face is in focus rather than his feet, and that will give you a better shot. Okay, so we need to do that for all of them. So this shot here where Jake's eating, you need to, I think what's happened is the camera's been set up and the focus ring's just been turned, and then it's looked like this is nice and sharp. Instead what you need to do is focus on the face of Jake, focus and zoom out, and that'll work. So you will have to buy another breakfast again, I'm afraid. Sorry. Yeah, you've got some alright stuff, but you need to film a little bit more and refilm some bits and pieces. What I want you to do from here tomorrow, when the group are back, get them to listen to this feedback.
Okay.
And what I want you to do is, I want you to, any shots that you're going to refilm, I want you to move them onto video 2, like this.
Okay.
Okay? So I can identify at a glance what you're going to refilm. And then we need to get a voiceover done. Okay? You won't be able to get a camera tomorrow, unless you've already got one booked.
I don't think we have.
The soonest you're going to be able to get one's probably going to be Tuesday, because it is really, really busy at the minute. But that gives you a couple of days to get your voiceover recorded and start editing this sequence together a little bit more with a voiceover, get your music on, and then we can maybe refilm later next week. So tomorrow I need you to get a camera booked with Carl, arrange when you're going to refilm your stuff and try and get all of it done in a day, get a weather report, see if it's going to be raining, and then go from there. Okay?
Okay.
In terms of a grade, it's a bit early to say, really. If you finish this off to a kind of a, you get all your shots here, you get your voiceover in, you come up with a good piece of work. But we need to make sure that all your stuff's in shot, all your stuff's in focus, it's all well shot, and it's kind of a complete, tidy piece of work. Okay?
Okay.